And an explosive new book written by Harry and Meghan's favourite journalist looks set to cause more chaos and heartache for King Charles. In widely reported excerpts from Endgame by Omid Scobie, Scobie alleges a rift between King Charles and his son Prince William, with the Prince of Wales painted as an ambitious hothead.
Omid Scobie promised to lift the veil on royal secrets. But according to Lady Colin Campbell, what he actually served up, pure invention, no truth in sight. Lady C, a royal expert with decades of experience, isn't mincing her words. She calls Scobie's latest book dangerous, dishonest, and laughably biased.
Snapping at the heels of his father. Meanwhile, the book also alleges that King Charles referred to Prince Harry as that fool, and that Princess Kate is too terrified to do anything except grinning photo ops. Pretty harsh stuff. How much is true? Let's get reaction to this explosive new book from fearless royal commentator and author Lady Colin Campbell. Lady Colin, thank you so much for joining us on Mark Dolan tonight. Following the release of the Netflix documentary, this new book alleges the King Charles referred to Prince Harry as that fool. Do you think that account is credible?
Oh, that one I think is credible. I think it's one of the few credible things in all the excerpts. That is credible. And in fact, the king could have said an awful lot more than, I think that calling Harry a fool was very anodyne. But my understanding is that, in fact, he called him a lot worse. And let's face facts, he could have actually called him things like traitor, disloyal, Iscariot. So calling him a fool is very, very mild.
And it looks like Kate Middleton gets given a hard time in this book, Lady Colin, characterised as a royal upstart, only qualified to do grinning photo ops. What's going on here? It couldn't be jealousy from the Meghan camp, could it?
Absolutely not. Why would Meghan be jealous of Catherine? Just because Catherine has the most fabulous figure and the most gorgeous legs, and Meghan has two chicken sticks on two chicken feet.
Lady Colin Campbell, can I interrupt you there? Meghan Markle, love her or hate her, she's one of the most beautiful women in the world.
Well, you must be blind or you need new glasses, Mark. Sorry. She's not one of the most beautiful women in the world. She's very presentable after she's made up, but she's not any great beauty. First of all, her nose has been collapsing for years, and second, it's an artifice. The mouth is a barracuda mouth. I mean, Catherine is naturally good looking. Meghan is an artificial construct, not only in terms of her personality and her supposed ambitions, but also in terms of her physiognomy. I mean,
well, look, I think, Lady Colin, you're entitled to your view. I disagree. I think she's very, very stunning. I don't like what comes out of her mouth a lot of the time, but she's very glamorous, she's very elegant. But of course, you're entitled to your view. Listen, but in the end, do you think that sort of rivalry between Catherine and Meghan is ongoing?
Oh, I think it's a rival. I think it's tremendous envy from Meghan's point of view. Meghan is jealous because she'd like to be number one, and she's never going to be. She doesn't have as good a figure as Catherine. She doesn't have as good looking a face as Catherine. She doesn't wear clothes as well as Catherine. She's not as popular as Catherine. And she wants to be number one, and she's never going to be number one. But I don't think Catherine's jealous of Meghan. Why would she be? I mean, Meghan is an insignificant creature as far as Catherine's concerned.
OK, and Lady Colin, there were those revelations about the alleged or imagined skin colour of the Sussex's unborn child. The hunt for the royal racist continues. Now the book claims that there are two. What do we make of that?
In her eyes, this isn't investigative journalism, it's propaganda, wrapped up in a glossy cover. And let's be real, she's not alone. Critics across the board are lining up to point out the book's inconsistencies. Palace sources that can't be verified, stories that swing only one way.
Well, I mean, let's face facts. Amid scabies is as accurate and as truthful as Meghan and Harry. Harry and Meghan said, couldn't even agree on the Oprah interview as to who said what, when, or where, because Meghan had it when she was pregnant with Archie, and Harry had it before they were married. Before they were married, that there was a concern from one person. They now have come up with two people. You know, you're dealing with people who have absolutely no respect for fact and simply just grab things that are going to be column inches. It's all about publicity, and it's all about empty vessels making a lot of noise.
Now, Lady Colin, the book alleges tension between Prince William and his father, King Charles, over how to run the monarchy. The claims are that William wants to rip up the rule book and do things, quote, the Cambridge way, in a challenge to his father. Apparently, he's got his eye on the throne. Do you identify any tension between father and son?
I think the whole thing's ludicrous. The claim is ridiculous. The King and William have a very close, good working relationship and personal relationship. They didn't always have such a good personal relationship, but they certainly do now. And as we have seen with recent activities, they divide up the issues. So William will do, say, A to M, and the King will do N to Z. So it's inventions. All of this is trying to make out that there are problems where there aren't. I mean, let's remember, Scabies has said that Charles is unpopular, the monarchy is unpopular. 60-something% of the people of this country have said they are in favor of a monarchy. Is that unpopular? I mean, the whole thing's ludicrous. And also, let's not forget, Scabies doesn't even know the difference between 1 and 2, because he says he is biracial, but he is half Caucasian and half Caucasian. So two ones, you 1 and 1, it doesn't make you biracial if it's identical, but he's playing the race card.
Okay.
He's inventing things. And may I say, if anybody who believes that Scabies has been speaking to people at the palace who are close to William and Catherine are absolutely idiotic, because nobody close to William and Catherine, or indeed to the King or the Queen, will speak to Scabies.
OK, now I understand, Lady Colin, I understand that you're referring to Omid Scobie, the author of this book, as Scabies in a satirical, impulse. But the bottom line is, the bottom line, of course, is that Omid Scobie has written this book. It's going to sell a lot of copies, and we're talking about it. Love him or hate him, this guy knows how to make headlines, and he's been very successful. Now, Lady Colin, there's zero evidence that they've contributed to it in any way. But is this book helpful to the Sussexes, do you think? It will be helpful to them in that it keeps them topical. And in fact, the Sussexes have contributed to it. And I know who they've done it through. And I'm not prepared to tell you. I'm saving it for myself. Do it. Lady Colin, I've only got a couple of seconds. Don't want to get in trouble with Greg because I've been a good boy all weekend. But last but not least, the book suggests that William thinks his brother Harry has been brainwashed by an army of Californian therapists. Is he right?
Well, I think that's a part of the problem. I don't think that's the whole problem. I think William is partly right, but Harry's head has been turned not only by therapists who are actually irresponsible, and I speak as someone who wrote a book on personality disorders and has had therapy myself, because therapy, the result of therapy is to accept your fate and make the best of it. Not to
I think I need a bit of therapy tonight.
Even a chapter that had to be scrubbed after legal threats. Ouch. Lady C's message: if your royal expose causes a diplomatic row and legal redactions, maybe fact-checking should be your next royal duty. She's not just questioning Scobie's facts, she's questioning his whole agenda. Now, royal enthusiasts like me are left wondering what's real and what's just a royal fairy tale. Is Scobie offering genuine insight or just playing to the Sussex fan club? As the backlash grows, so do the questions about credibility. Lady Colin Campbell has spoken, and her takedown is sparking debate everywhere. So what do you think? Will readers start demanding real facts, or will fiction dressed in royal gold keep ruling the headlines? Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to subscribe for more royal revelations. Trust me, this drama is just getting started.